Hello, I'm Ellen Goldberg, and I welcome you to this moment of tarot with the School of Oracles. In this segment, we're going to take a brief overview of the 4 pages, although it's hard to be brief with the pages because they are complex cards. We don't actually use pages as significators in the teachings of the Golden Dawn. Pages belong in Malkuth. They are on the Tree of Life, and there is something in them that corresponds to the 10 of their suit. Since Malkuth is the earth, the very pendant, the fruit hanging off the tree, all pages are earth. The Page of Wands is filled with energy. I should say something about pages in general because people think often that they are young people, and of course they are. Young people who have personalities much like the element of their suit. But they're also alchemical processes, and they are one of the largest change cards, second to only the aces, or maybe the largest change card I know in the whole deck. Each one ushers in a new cycle. They announce, sometimes they're called messengers, and I think what they're announcing is a new cycle of life that has something to do with the concerns, with the element of their suit, and with the activities of their suit. And they have personalities based very much on the combinations of elements. The Page of Wands is earth plus fire. His alchemical process is quickening, to become alive, to become the same way that something would grow and become real. When you get the Page of Wands in your reading, know that perhaps a new stage is coming in vitality. They always show what we have earned over a cycle of growth. The particular change or the particular quality that one has earned with the Page of Wands is vitality. And that vitality is built into the body because Malkuth, earth, is very concerned with the body. But other changes that they will be heralding are changes in work, your environment, your energy in general. All the things that wands are interested in, anything like that can be starting fresh and new. The Page of Cups, it's a very imaginative card. Look at that little fish representing imagination peeking out of the cup. And look at the lotuses on his tunic. I say he, but really often the pages are called princesses because in the Holy Tarot family, especially if you go on the Tree of Life, you see down that middle pillar, Keter, God the Father, Yesod, the moon, the goddess, the great mother. We see Tiferet, the sun, just below the father, and just below the mother we see Malkuth, which is the princesses. And that's why you'll see in many decks the page has been eliminated and replaced by a princess, but it's really the same card, and it has the same meaning. The Page of Cups, her alchemical process is moderation, to keep things temperate and within due bounds. She heralds pages and changes. Her announcement is that there is a new capacity for love, creativity, or psychic development for which you have developed the capacity in a cycle of growth. Anything that is a concern of the wands can be a new cycle that is being ushered in when the Page of Cups announces it. The Page of Swords is earth and air. Now pages are change, and the suit of swords is change. So you can imagine that there are very big changes with the Page of Swords. The changes that the Page of Swords ushers in could be changes on any level because it's changes in your process, but most importantly, it's changes in your identity, your ideas about yourself and who you think you are, and changes in your mental processes. anything that the swords are concerned with, the Page of Swords will herald that here is a whole new cycle. The alchemical principle that the Page of Swords is associated with is dissolution. And the word solve is there. Dissolution means to merge entirely and to set free. And that has to do, I think, with the ideas of changing of identity that are so associated with this card. Remember, this is probably one of the most important change cards in the deck. The Page of Pentacles is earth plus earth. No wonder his alchemical principle is consolidation. From consolidare, meaning to make firm or to bring into one mass of being. All pentacles are concerned with the body, with material things, and certainly he represents the conditions that you have made in your body or your environment by your own actions in your other last cycle, whether you have built for yourself a paradise or a prison. Other changes that the Page of Pentacles may usher in are changes in material conditions, money, work, changes in your home, changes in your physical body. Remember, these cards are second in power only to the aces in the minor arcana because they are the direct reflection of the aces. The aces are the beginning, the pages are the completion in Malkuth. The pages give us something to push off from. We need that grounding of earth, something to stand on so that we can begin our ascent back up to our spiritual nature.